has been a very, very long time since I've recorded a week recap. And it's not that I don't have anything to recap. It's just a lot has been going on. I've been under the weather and just been totally thrown off my schedule. But that is okay because everything that happens for a reason. So I'm not going to fight against it. I'm just very happy that I have the chance right now to recap and to just sit and chat with you guys on some of the stuff that I have seen, some of the stuff that I have posted, and what I'm actually currently on, or on as in what I'm going through, what I'm processing. It's good to just go through that and just talk with you guys. The first thing that I did want to mention was my text community. If you've been following my social media sites, you've noticed this picture where I've been posting daily for everyone to join my text community. What is my text community, you may ask? Well, I teamed up with this cool company called community.com. What it is a conversation community. What I love is when they pitch the fact that we're on our social media accounts all the time, and sometimes things that we post get missed because on Instagram, what are we doing? We're scroll, maybe comment every once in a while. With Facebook, we do the same thing. TikTok, we do the same thing. But when we're on our phones and we're texting, it seems like it's a more personal effect there, right? Because we're taking out the time off social media, off the distractions, and we're just having a conversation with whomever we're texting with. So this is why I've joined with them, because I thought it was pretty cool. Don't be alarmed when you first text the number. It is going to prompt you to sign up for community.com. And if you've already been connected to some celebrities that are on here, you won't have to do much because your information will already be in the system. Also, when you text me, I will ask you how often and what content that you're looking for. So don't be alarmed with that as well. So on Instagram, I pretty much explained what this community was all about. Just like I said, it's a conversation platform that allows people and groups to connect via text. I did mention a lot of celebrities use this program. Also, how I joined it is through Kerry Washington. She had posted her number on Twitter, and I'm like, this is nuts. Is she really giving us her real phone number? But I followed her when I watched Scandal, and actually I liked it from Save the Last Dance as well. So on my Twitter account, I'm just going through the things that I liked about it, where you can receive updates and latest content that I'm talking about and that I post, sweepstakes or events. I do not know why this is not out scrolling. Oh, there we go. And once again, I said when you enter my community, I will always ask you, what you want to receive, and you can always just shoot me a text and we could just have a conversation, because that's what this is all about, just connecting. So the number is 773-819-2378. It'll also be in the description box. So I'm looking forward to you to join this and for us to just hold a conversation together. Yeah, let's just chat. Okay, to the next topic. I'm so happy about the Shy. A little bit. I'm a little sad because Brandon is not on there anymore. Pretty sad about that. Well, I was pretty sad about that until I found out why he wasn't continuing on the show. Tiffany Boone, his co-star, alleged that she was sexually harassed by him, and she actually didn't return on the show either, so she wasn't one of my favorite characters. But that still doesn't mean that she deserved to be sexually harassed. So I wish her all the best. She also didn't return on the show, so it was just kind of like two good actresses that's not on the show anymore. So I wanted to dig into this because when I first heard the news, I really didn't dig into it. I really didn't search videos or anything like that. I was so busy thinking about Brandon, the character, and not Jason Mitchell, the guy. So when I looked on the Breakfast Club, this was his side of the story. So check it out.
course, the last couple of months there have been so many allegations.
Right. Back in the game.
They said you were fired from the Shy and Desperados.
Right.
They said UTA management dropped you as a client. So, what's going on?
Well, what happened? Because they say allegations. When we first heard this, when we saw everybody just back away like that, when everybody drops you, I'm like, okay, what the hell are we about to hear? What an actual allegation?
Well, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what the allegations themselves were. But I can't tell you what happened. What happened was, with Desperados, we were in pre-production, and I went out with a co-worker of mine, and she got drunk. And, you know, being the person that I am, I felt responsible, you know, to make sure she got home, because they're already telling us, like, don't take Ubers, don't trust these people, don't jump in the cab, don't do any of that. You know what I mean? We're in Mexico City and we're in a foreign land, we should stick together. So I was like, okay, this isn't where I leave her, you know? So I made sure she got home, and the next day it kind of all slapped me in my face. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not sure if her and her significant other had a situation, because I did FaceTime her boyfriend to figure out like how to get there and, you know, how to, you know, go about getting her home.
So you FaceTime her boyfriend where you wasn't doing anything with her, but you was like, bro, I need to get home. Where am I going?
Exactly. I actually had a girlfriend at the time too as well. So, you know, I felt like I was doing the right thing. But the next day, you know, they canceled rehearsal and everything, and they came to me and they were like, Jason, you know, we need to talk to you about this activity that went on. So, you know, I told them my side of the story, but it still felt as if, you know, I don't know if there was something that I missed or something that wasn't said, but, you know.
What activity did they say? Like, because if you just went home, what could possibly happen?
Exactly, they weren't exactly specific with me about anything, you know, and I was a little baffled by that, but they did pay me in full, you know, before I left, so I was like, you know.
So they never even told you what you were accused of?
No, they didn't. And, you know, with that being said, I just want to jump out there and say, like, you know, for anybody who's ever been around me, they know that I'm one of them.
So basically, he is saying she was drunk and he dropped her off at home. I find that story to be a little funny because I don't see how she would complain about indecent or inappropriate behavior just for being dropped off at home. But this is a story, and I guess he's sticking to it. However, on another note, she was on one of the shows, I believe The Real, and she talked about why she didn't return to the Shy. So I thought it would be good to just get a take on her perspective. So check this out.
Last month he posted an essay detailing why working on the hit show The Shy was a very unhealthy work environment for you, which eventually led to you quitting. What has been the response since you spoke out?
It's been beautiful. I've actually been overwhelmed by it. So many people reached out, said they were inspired by what I had to say. Some people shared their stories with me of being in similar situations, and even some people said, you know what, you're giving me that little push I needed to make a change in my own situation. So, you know, it was a little scary coming out and telling my truth, but I feel like if I could just like affect one person, then it was worth it, and that's what happened.
So good for Tiffany for moving on and speaking up and inspiring other people. There are so many women and men that are sexually assaulted on the daily, and they just don't have the courage to speak up because they believe no one is going to believe them, or they're going to make them feel small or make it feel like it is their fault. And it's never your fault when someone violates you. It's never your fault. It's on them. So I feel like sometimes the victims, they take on that responsibility, and it's not fair. And it's not fair the way that they're treated in society, and the way people make light of it is just not fair. Even some people, you know, said negative things about her, but if she was uncomfortable, she was uncomfortable. So good for her for moving on to their next chapter. And it looks like Jason is also moving on. They will truly be missed on the Shy, because I truly miss them. But it's unfortunate for her that she experienced, what she experienced. There was another cast member that did not return to season 3 because he was murdered in season 2, and that was Reggie. I think he was like the top street drug dealer, right up under the big guy, the kingpin, so to speak. And his name was Barton Fitzpatrick. Oh God, can I say that 3 million times? And he actually wasn't supposed to die on the show, but he refused to play a certain role on there. So I found a video. Let's check that out.
It's going to be no longer on the show. These are the rumors. It hasn't been confirmed by the Chi yet, but what everybody is saying is that allegedly he was going to come back, and if you saw that last episode, his bullet wounds were not the kind that are not survivable. They could have been survivable, and he's one of the most popular and almost one of the only characters on the show that's representative of a Chicagoan. And so it seemed that he was going to come back, but now they're saying that allegedly Lena Waithe wanted him to have a transgender love interest, and the actor refused. He said no, which is actually, I gave him courage for that, because the way things go in Hollywood, they may want to blacklist you, blackball you, anything, and he refused, which is legitimate, because you can't be running the streets and a thug but have a transgender love interest in Chicago. That wouldn't work. He wouldn't have that respect. And so he refused, and she decided, well, I'm gonna kill you off the show. One thing that's messed up about that, though, is that they allowed Brandon to sexually harass Jerica for almost 2 seasons, and that was okay. But this guy don't want to be in that transgender relationship, and they decided he's off the show immediately. And that's really messed up. I think they underestimate his importance to the show.
So yeah, this is heavy. I think that it is ridiculous that someone was fired off the show because they weren't comfortable playing a certain character, or the character going into a different realm. I understand that they are trying to, make everything inclusive, and I respect that. However, should they do it to the expense of the actor's comfortability? I've noticed that a lot on shows, but just like, he didn't want to do that scene, and they found Luke James to be the long lost brother on the show. They could have easily, kept him on the show and then had Luke James, join the show to date the transgender, because apparently he didn't have an issue with the character. Like, why annihilate a really great actor and a really, like Jay Moore said, he was a very prominent actor, and he was actually from Chicago, and he was one of the best representations of Chicago, and I can say that because I am from Chicago, so I resonated with this character, and I think it kind of sucks that he was booted off the show. Like I said, Luke James did join the show, and so did Lala, as Jay Moore had indicated. Hopefully they can pull, the weight of Brandon and Reg, but I honestly do not see that. Those characters really, I don't know, they made the show, in my opinion. So I just think that it really sucks that, that Reg is off of the show. So, I am begrudgingly watching the Chi season 3 in hopes that it does, pull its weight with the new actors and actresses. So, it's nothing but to just wait and see. And since this whole video apparently is about the Chi, I just wanted to talk about the last episode that just aired. I think in the first episode, Keisha was missing, and I think that this was a great great topic that needs to be on the forefront of all shows, in my opinion. I saw this site and it indicated that nearly 64,000 to 75,000 black women and girls are missing in the U.S. And I saw this place called blackandmissinginc.com. I just want to show you this right quick, because what's pretty dope about this is if you have an anonymous tip or you see somebody that looks familiar, you can actually put that on this site. You can also donate money to support the campaign. Their main focus is to find young girls and to return them safely home. I did submit a request for them to possibly be on my podcast so that we can talk about this, because this is something that has been going on and it keeps getting pushed under the rug. Even though we keep pulling it from under the rug, somehow it still creeps back under there. And this is a major issue. It's just like girls and women just disappearing off the face of the earth. And where does that's not cool. Excuse me. And that's not normal. And these are people that are being drugged from their homes, and God knows what is happening to these women. I don't even want to fathom what's happening to these women, although we know that it's human trafficking. I'm even under the belief that the underground or organ donating, where they're cutting out organs from young girls and women. And it's just, I don't know, just thinking about it, it just saddens me. And it's like the United States, are they noticing that it's just like girls just missing out of nowhere? You walking down the street, they're outside, going to school, going back, going to the store. You're in the parking lot, it's a van next to you, and they're just grabbing girls, and it's just like women are just vanishing in mid-air, and that's not cool. So if you know of someone that's missing, on this site, which is blackandmissinginc.com, you can report a missing person, you can donate, you can submit an anonymous tip if you see something in your neighborhood that just don't look right. It's just like submit the anonymous tip and call 911, and this is just other ways to support their platform. So I thought this was a really good site when I saw it. So we seem to have covered a lot of important topics in the matter of 17 minutes. Just talking about the Chi, things that are happening on the show, things off the show. These are things that need to be paid attention to. If you feel uncomfortable with the way someone's speaking with you or touching you, make sure you say something. Make sure you speak up. It's not your fault. It's not on you. You deserve to be respected. On the other hand, if once again with the actor who played Reg on The Chi, if someone is forcing you to play someone or to be something that you don't feel comfortable with, that you're not, don't let anyone define who you are. Don't let anyone place definitions on you. Remain true to who you are, and you will rise to the top of that. So, and also, be careful when you're out here, women and men. You see a big van in a parking lot, don't park next to that. If you come out the store and you see there's a van there, go back in the store, wait for them to roll off. Like, I'm not saying to live your life in fear, but be watchful. Be watchful. If something doesn't seem right, doesn't smell right, doesn't look right, it's just not right. And before I get off, of course, I have to advertise Be Your Own Kind. I have not posted or recorded anything in a very long time. This is actually the first thing I recorded in a while. I am still trying to get into the groove of things. I started a freelance business, which I will promote more in the future. Don't forget to join the text community. That information to send me mail or information to listen to the podcast or to donate to the platform can all be found in the description box. And until next time, just be your own kind and be kind to each other. Bye bye.